time.
Yeah.
Man, what bands do you guys listen to right now that you guys want to like? What kind of albums or what do you like right now? Man? What do you guys listen to?
Dude,
This dude's too quiet.
Everything.
Everything.
dude, everything, man. That's it.
You stick to your
Yeah, dude, that, you stick to your guns is so good. It's definitely aggressive. It's in your face. It's strong, and it's really neat because those guys. I mean, those guys aren't Christians, but at the same, well, I don't know their personal life or anything like that, but they're not a Christian band per se. But they have such a positive message, man. It's cool to just see that. Like, they're all about hope and just bringing real life out. And I think that's pretty awesome right now. But yeah, right now music just seems to be taking a whole new shape, and we really want to be a part of it. And show that we have something to bring to the table too, something that's different and something that brings old school and new school together. Yeah, and we have a message that we want to get across, and that's that Christ is real.
Yeah.
And without him, there's nothing.
Yeah. You guys get a lot of flack at shows or anything like that, saying like, "Oh, we're Christian hardcore, man," or
It's
people
not
pretty
too bad.
more accepting.
Yeah, we've had some positive and some negative, but it's more positive than negative.
Yeah.
But it's like that, every show.
Yeah.
We're also in the Bible Belt, so
Yeah.
being there, a lot of these kids are, raised in. I mean, at least knowing that there's a church. There's more churches than gas stations around here.
Definitely.
So
Yeah, there are, man.
Every corner is
yeah.
a church.
That's
So
for sure.
I think that kids are a little more acceptable to that, and I mean we preach on stage or we'll talk about God and we'll pray before shows and stuff. And kids, if they're not interested in it, they'll step aside or they just won't listen for that part or anything. But we don't seem to get too much slack from it.
Yeah, that's cool, man. 'Cause, I know, like it seems like there's a lot more acceptance of that around here. Just because, again, we are in the Bible Belt, we're in the South, man. That's the beauty.
Yeah.
There's a lot of churches, and I think even the churches are more accepting of it down here. I think. And I think that I'm starting to see that there's more churches that are trying to reach out to the younger kids.
Oh man, we had an awesome show. We went and played in a place called Temple Baptist. It was a church. We showed up there, and there was a good crowd, but there wasn't a single hardcore kid there. We were playing for their youth, and these kids range from like the age of 6 to like 14.
I think I saw pictures.
Oh my goodness, yeah, oh man, they were so into it. They were rocking their heads. Awesome. It was neat to see that it can be accepting and that it's not looked at anymore. It's just being a bad thing. Or, they're screaming. That's really dumb.
Yeah. Tell it to my mother-in-law. We won't be watching this.
I feel like at my church, I go to a church from a separate church from where they do, and it's all old people in my church. When I first started going there, I'm like, really? There's no young kids at all. Like there's like 2, and they're the preacher's kids. And when I first started going there, when I was in my old band, they were like, no, you can't practice here. That stuff is wrong, because and I feel like now, like the preacher, I have a key to the church, like we go in whenever we want, and nobody says anything about it,
Yeah, it's more accepting.
Yeah, I feel like it's coming around, especially around here, like, you have to adapt to win younger souls.
It talks about that, like it talks about it in the Bible, like just not so much conforming to the world, but conforming to, or at least being a part of the things that other people are part of. I mean, the Bible went as far as to say to be circumcised for those that were circumcised, be uncircumcised for those that weren't, and just to win them to God. And I mean, if it's going as far as doing something like that, then I feel like our music is fine.
I tell people all the time, they argue with me too. It's like, who are you to say that God can't use any medium to reach somebody? And that's always my line. Usually it's people like, well, let me think about this.
There's a lot of people that are kind of look down at first, but realize what we're about, and we actually literally preach on stage. Yeah. And they're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it's neat. It's neat. They come around. We got. Is it your youth pastor? How old is he, man? He comes out.
Man, he's
43.
Yeah,
oh man, he comes out.
He's an old man.
He comes out. He's like rocking out with us.
His kid is like 10 years old. He brings his kid with him.
Oh yeah.
And his kid throws down.
It's so neat to see. It really is. It's good fellowship. Like we were talking before. I was listening to the speaker, and he made a good point, a very valid point, that Satan, the one thing that he really couldn't do was create. And by us sitting there and saying, "Oh, that's from the devil. That's the devil's or that music or that you're literally making him into something that he could never be, a creator." You know, so you're actually empowering, you know, Satan in things that he could never do, and taking away from God. You know, so just because you know your likes and dislikes don't exactly mesh with your kids or you know whatever, but I just feel like we need to step up and be like, hey, you know, this is from God. This is God's. All things. You know, Romans says all things. And this is a thing. This is it.
So in other words, you can still piss off your parents and listen to heavy hardcore music and have it be good and wholesome and positive with a positive message.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's like, you know, my parents still don't understand. I'm 35. They're like, you still listen to that horrible music?
What is that?
It's all Christian though. It's like, you know,
how do you understand what they're saying?
Exactly. So just any parting shots, man, you guys want to give out any like shout outs? I mean, we're here at the beach and everybody's so relaxed and shit.
Yeah, it's always chill around here.
I know, it's just what I love it.
Yeah, there's no urgency or anything, man.
It's great.
Yeah, the only urgency is Christ. Letting you all know, man. Just get the message out. And I hope that you come check us out and check out Hardcore Christian more often. And you know, thanks for having us out and talking to us. And you know, thanks for coming.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you guys coming out. Just look forward to maybe popping out for that show next weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Thinking about trying to get out of the house. And I was checking out some of the bands on the show, the venue, man. It sounds like it's going to be good. So,
Yeah, dude.
Should be a lot of fun.
Life is going to be sick.
Yeah. The venue doesn't have much of a dance floor to it, but you know, we can push them out of the way.
We got 5 feet, man. That's all we need.
just enough space for me.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I appreciate it, man. So,
thank you.
guys, check out In Shepherd's Arms. You can check them out on, what's the MySpace page? MySpace /
Yeah, in Shepherd's Arms.
In Shepherd's Arms. And then on Facebook, you guys
The
are on
correct
Facebook,
spelling, by the way.
Yeah, we're on Facebook too. So.
You guys are on Facebook.
Pure volume.
I didn't even know we were on Facebook.
You learn something new every day.
It's news to me.
Yeah.
A little bit of everything.
Check them out. We spin them on Hardcore Christian Radio. And check it out, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us. And appreciate it, man. God bless.
God bless. Peace out.
Cool, man. I appreciate it.
Definitely. Thanks, man.
That's pretty
That was
painful.
fun.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh, I forgot to record. I was just kidding.
Oh, my God.
Hopefully I got myself.